Man, we have seen some bad Deandre Ayton games this season, but that might have been the worst one last night. I mean, much more than only the stat line with him. Yes, only putting up 4 points, grabbing 5 rebounds, 1 block, albeit not good defense come with it, and minus 14 in this one, only playing 21 minutes and bench during the entirety of the fourth quarter. But even more than that, if you watch the game, the body language on the court, the effort, the consistent play on both ends, that's really what I'm talking about here. And not only from what I've seen or what you've seen, the entire fan base watched from him last night, but directly with how he interacted and how his teammates interacted with him too. Visibly being frustrated after watching him not go after the ball, Luka throwing him a lob on one play and Ayton not even trying to go for it, letting it go out of bounds, and Luka looking absolutely confused afterwards, pretty much in utter shock after that, probably not knowing what to do or what to say, simply holding his hands up and then turning around and walking away from it. That was kind of my reaction to it as well. Watching Deandre Ayton looking completely uncommitted, looking completely like he's not even there mentally, that's something that has been a pretty bad trend for Deandre lately, really throughout the past month and a half now. Again, not only pointing to the stat line with him, but the body language, the effort on the court. It's been a pretty steady decline that this may have been rock bottom. Hopefully not, but at this point I don't have a lot of optimism with him or him with their team going forward. In fact, he might not even make it past the trade deadline. Ayton looking completely lost out there, uncommitted, kind of detached mentally. This has been a downward trend for him that unfortunately has been going on for some time now. Which is even more confusing given the fact that he'll have a game against Toronto last week where he puts up 25 and 13 on 10 of 10 from the field, only to come back and play like this tonight, or like he did during the first half in their game before this one. It's so weird to me that he can go from that to then looking like this in only a span of a couple of days, and really on a game-to-game basis too. Which I know it's been the trend for him throughout his entire career, or at least a large majority of it. But when we watch him throughout the first month, even a large majority of the first 2 months of this season, looking committed on pretty much every game and on a night-to-night basis, playing defense, running up and down the court, hustling after loose balls and on the glass of their team, playing into and buying into his role on both ends of the court, both offensively and defensively with their team. Now for him to be at this point with them, really the complete opposite of where he once was at, it's simply a really weird place to be in. I don't know how he got here, but he needs to turn it around quick. In fact, it might be a bit too late for him at this point. With the trade deadline being 2 weeks away, even a little bit less than 2 weeks away at this point, Ayton having pretty much an expiring contract. Yes, he does have a player option for next season, but no long-term attachment to their team. In fact, he could decline that and walk from their team this season. Though would any team even want him at this point, especially for that price and for a long-term commitment? I'm not too sure about it. And specifically for the Lakers, I don't think that they want him long-term. Heck, I'm not sure they want him beyond the trade deadline at this point, and for good reason too. I mean, no, they're not going to come out and say that. The head coach, Redick, is not. Teammates, Luka, LeBron, they're not going to, despite their body language on the court with him. No one's going to come out and say it, but I think we all know that they kind of feel it at this point. And again, it's so disappointing because he was playing legitimately well early on. I mean, throughout the team's first 15 games, Ayton was third on their team in points per game, putting up 16.5 per game, getting over 11 field goal attempts per game, shooting a team high 69.9% from the field, grabbing nearly 9 rebounds per game, 3 offensive rebounds per game, blocking roughly the same amount of shots per game at 0.9 per game, but the defensive impact was a whole lot better at that time. The effort, the body language, the playability on both ends of the court, it was a whole lot better. I mean, throughout that time frame, I don't think he got benched one time during the fourth quarter, didn't get benched at really any point throughout that, and now it's pretty much every other game he's getting benched during the fourth quarter, is losing playing time to Jackson Hayes, even Drew Timme at this point a bit too. Really even that they'd rather go small ball than keep him on the court in late game situations. They're not in a good spot and it's largely on Deandre Ayton. I'd love to say that there was a time in one specific moment that did it for him. I'd love to say there's a good reason for it, but for Deandre Ayton, who came in saying that he doesn't care about touches, doesn't care about putting up points or anything offensive related, apart from that, I can't point to much with him for the massive change in effort, body language, commitment on both ends of the court. The only real main difference is the amount of shots he's getting, the offensive involvement, Now with LeBron being back, ever since LeBron did come back, his numbers have dropped off mainly offensively. Throughout that time frame, he's getting less shots per game, only a little over 8 per game compared to over 11 per game before LeBron came back. And now during their past 15 games, Ayton is down to 8 field goal attempts per game flat, 11.1 points per game, still at about 8 rebounds per game, but the offensive impact is not there. The efficiency has gone down even with less shots per game, even with better playmaking on the court with him. The effort on defense has gone down in direct relation to the offensive involvement and his involvement in the team's overall game plan. It shouldn't be a correlation, but that's about the only thing I can point to. And no, I'm not saying they shouldn't be involved in their game plan. He definitely should be, and arguably should be a bit more involved. For a guy that is talented like Deandre Ayton, has a pretty good touch around the rim, and you can do different things with him on the court, especially offensively. Yes, he should be involved, but then again, with him coming to their team and saying that he wants to prove narratives wrong, that he doesn't care about touches offensively, doesn't care about points per game, offensive involvement, being within the game plan, and a main centerpiece of it, that's in direct reflection to the way he's playing now. Pretty much the complete opposite of it. Obviously caring about touches, complaining, saying that he can't feed himself, directly saying that in an interview roughly a month ago. Even Redick having to come out and say that Ayton's been frustrated due to his lack of involvement, which is obviously correlated to a lack of defensive commitment, a lack of effort on the court in general. He can't say one thing and then directly go and do another. I hate to say it, but he looks like a hypocrite because of it. And well, that's a massive problem for their team and him going forward too. Which again, might not be able to be rectified at this point. It's not getting better, it's steadily getting worse throughout time. The effort again, the body language, so on and so forth. Redick continually benching him during the fourth quarter. Even Luka being vocal about it, both from a body language standpoint and directly saying it. Even coming out not too long ago and saying that he loves playing with Jackson Hayes and the chemistry between them is really good. Kind of hinting that he prefers to play with him over Deandre Ayton. I think it's pretty clear at this point. Luka's saying it, Luka is showing it on the court. The entire team would probably like to say it and is probably all feeling it, but I think the direction going forward does not include Deandre Ayton. Heck, JJ Redick is not even hiding it. Following their game last night, he directly came out and said that players on their team are worried about their future, saying quote unquote, guys are worried about their futures, and that's what happens when you've got a team full of free agents and player options. But those are only my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. How do you feel about the Deandre Ayton situation? How do you feel about his effort, his body language, Luka's body language, and really not liking to play with Ayton lately, showing it on the court? How do you feel about the situation? Do you think it can get better, or is it pretty much done with? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I would greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching, and have a great day or night.